Modern search in 10 minutes or less. Brought to you by MedArcus. We are a healthcare IT product and services company featuring pattern matching, data integrity, MPI cleanup, contact tracing for infectious disease, demographic and clinical search tools, and more. Check us out at medarcus.com. Why the focus on patient safety? With an 8% average duplicate rate for all healthcare providers nationwide, there's a 1 out of 12.5 chance of selecting a duplicate record on every patient search. That risk increases to 1 out of 8.3 when the duplicate rate rises to 12% and more. So why do we have these duplicates? And why do these errors keep accumulating? The reason is because EHR search misses 30 to 90% of duplicate data. And this was noted in a National Patient Identity Misidentification Report from 2016. This puts all of us at risk. If we happen to pick one half of a duplicate record and get the wrong half, that is, the half with the COVID-19 test results, it's a big gamble for those frontline healthcare workers. It's too much of a risk for me. The problem is, we cannot find patient records due to a large amount of data errors. We have so many types of errors in our MPIs, such as spelling, phonetic errors, typographical errors, old addresses, and missing information, that our EHRs are unable to locate patients 100% of the time. Our EHR search technology is very old, often from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. And the technology does not match the reality of our healthcare data today. EHR searches often fail because of these underlying errors. Or when a healthcare worker types in the wrong information at search. And if the data typed in the search does not match what's in the MPI exactly, the search fails. EHR search misses the mark. There's an old saying, death by 1,000 cuts. Every misspelling, every address error, every piece of missing information all contribute to duplicate records. Or worse, overlay records. And these small errors are the reasons that the EHR search technology fails. Sometimes we can't find the patient record at all. Other times we find part of a duplicate record, but not all of the records that belong to the patient. And in really bad circumstances, we create overlay records, that is, writing one patient's information into another record, or treating a patient with the wrong clinical information. This is a very dangerous situation. To err is human, and the big epiphany that we have to have as an industry is that our search must work with data that has errors. No MPI will ever be error-free. Humans schedule appointments, register patients, lab techs enter lab results, and technologists merge MPIs. And errors are introduced at every step of the way when humans touch the MPI data. Every time I go on the internet and use internet search, I can find everything I'm looking for in microseconds, across billions and billions of web pages, even with errors in the pages I'm searching for and when I make typing mistakes in the search box. But yet I can't find a patient record in an EHR when the patient is sitting right in front of me. So let's connect the dots. Medical data is full of errors. Internet search technology works well with data errors. What technology should we use to search medical records? The answer, of course, is internet search technology. And I like to call this modern search. It's modern because we don't match records with text anymore. We do it with math. And it eliminates circumstances where the text is not exactly the same. Modern search is binary, and it makes the search techniques very powerful, just like the internet. We are pattern matching. You can visualize the medical records as patterns, and these patterns are easier and faster to match than text because it's math. When the patterns are similar, the records probably have some relationship. And this creates a powerful and fault-tolerant matching capability that will find records that traditional EHR searches typically don't find because they're text. Modern search techniques will normalize the demographic information so it matches easier. We capitalize text. We do smart things with names, so compound names, maiden names, other names, nicknames, preferred names, etc. all are relevant when we're trying to match patients. We convert abbreviations to their full text representation so we can match potential misspellings. We remove all punctuation from all fields because sometimes dashes instead of slashes are used, for example. And we use language-independent phonetic translations to best catch phonetic errors. Lastly, modern search should consider whether or not a nickname is used in a search or in a medical record when a formal name might be used instead. In other words, we have to match on both. If we can do these things, use math for searching, and extensively normalize our data, then search will work on very, very bad data. Medical records often have many errors. Sometimes the first and last names are reversed. Other times there are typos or other errors in the first or last name. Digits are missing from addresses. Addresses are spelled incorrectly. Telephone numbers and social security numbers often have errors. And even the city and state sometimes give us problems. There is hope, however. Most all providers at this point have some sort of patient matching technology, whether it's homegrown or purchased from a vendor. And if you think about it, patient matching is just one half of the patient search problem. Instead of matching all the records against each other, a patient search is just matching what a user is looking for against all the records. But it's the same exact problem. One of the things you can do inside of your organization now is find a way to leverage your current matching technologies and make them search. And if you have success with that, you might be able to apply the same approach to patient tracking for opioid addictions, or for infectious diseases, or for doing benefit eligibility checking, and many other applications. Modern search is where our industry needs to get to, and there are many ways to achieve that goal. The key is to consider math profiling, pattern matching, in an effort to overcome all the errors in the text. MPIs are full of errors, they will always have errors, and we need to find better ways to search for patient records. It's a matter of life and death. If you have any questions at all about the techniques or approaches that I described here in this brief 10-minute video, please reach out to me via email or via social media. Myself or one of my staff members will reply and hopefully put you on the road to having a better patient search system. Thank you so much. Have a great day.